I didn't get a huge raise. I didn't move back in with my parents. I didn't win the lottery or start some secret side hustle. But I still managed to save $50,000, and it all started with one strange idea I now call the $0 rule. It's not about cutting out coffee or never having fun. It's not even about strict budgeting. It's about one small mindset shift that changed how I look at money every single day. Most people spend without thinking. I learned to pause, and that tiny pause changed my financial life forever. It all started with a receipt from Target. I looked at the total, $276.42, and couldn't remember what I had even bought. Some snacks, a candle, maybe a hoodie. Nothing important, but the number hit me hard. I wasn't broke. I paid my bills. I had food, but I felt like my money was disappearing every month, and I had nothing to show for it. No savings, no peace of mind, just bags of stuff I didn't really need. That night, I sat on my bed feeling frustrated. I scrolled through my bank app and saw the same thing. Lots of little charges that added up fast. Streaming services, takeout, random Amazon buys. That's when I knew something had to change. Not because I wanted to be super rich, but because I was tired of feeling like money controlled me instead of the other way around. The $0 rule explained. I called it the $0 rule, and it's surprisingly simple. Before spending any money, I ask myself, what would the $0 version of this look like? That's it. No complex budget, no special app. Just one question. The $0 rule isn't about never spending. It's not about guilt or extreme frugality. It's about starting with zero. It's a way to pause and think before you buy. Let's say I want to hang out with friends. Instead of instantly booking brunch or ordering food, I first think, what's a $0 version of this? Maybe it's going for a walk, having a video call, or hosting a bring your own snacks night. If I want to learn something new, instead of paying for a course right away, I try YouTube, podcasts, or free online classes first. Even with shopping, before buying new clothes, I ask if I can restyle something I already have, or if I really need it. Sometimes, the $0 version is enough. Other times, it's not, and that's okay. The goal isn't to say no to everything. The goal is to only say yes when it actually adds value. This small mental trick helped me stop spending on autopilot. It gave me a moment to breathe, to question, and to choose more wisely. Over time, those better choices added up. I wasn't saving just money. I was saving energy, time, and regret. That's when I realized saving starts in your mind, not your bank account. The $0 rule works because it changes how your brain reacts to spending. Normally, when we buy something, our brain gives us a quick hit of dopamine, a chemical that makes us feel good. That good feeling can come even before the item arrives. Just clicking buy now can feel like a reward. Companies know this. That's why shopping apps are so easy to use. No friction, no thinking, just tap, swipe, spend. But the $0 rule adds a pause. It creates a small moment where your brain has to slow down. That tiny pause gives you time to think. Do I really need this? Is there a free way to get the same feeling? This idea is based on something psychologists call System 1 versus System 2 thinking from researcher Daniel Kahneman. System 1 is fast and emotional. System 2 is slower and more logical. The $0 rule pushes your brain into System 2 just for a second, and that's enough to change your decision. You don't need willpower. You just need a moment to ask a better question. That's why the $0 rule works. It's not about cutting more. It's about thinking better. Once I understood the $0 rule, I started testing it in different parts of my life. At first, I thought it would be boring or hard. But the results surprised me, and not just because I saved money. Food. I used to order takeout 3 to 4 times a week. Instead, I started cooking at home. To make it fun, I turned it into a challenge. Cook 5 meals a week using only what I already had in the kitchen. I watched free YouTube recipes and even created theme nights, like Taco Tuesday. I saved over $200 a month. Entertainment. Instead of going out every weekend, I started hosting game nights at home. Everyone brought snacks or drinks. We played card games, had deep talks, and laughed a lot. It cost $0, but the memories were priceless. My social life actually improved. Learning. I wanted to take a pricey online course. Instead, I gave myself 1 week to find free resources. I found YouTube channels, library books, and even a free trial of LinkedIn Learning. I realized I didn't need to spend $300 to learn what I needed. Fitness. I canceled my gym membership and started working out in the park. I followed free fitness apps and YouTube routines. No travel time, no fees, no excuses. It worked. These small changes helped me save hundreds every month. But more than that, they gave me confidence. I felt in control of my money and my choices for the first time. Once I got comfortable with the $0 rule, I started adding a few small habits on top. These extra rules helped me save even more without feeling stressed. I call it the $0 rule stack, small rules that work together. 1. The one in, one out rule. Before I buy anything new, like clothes or gadgets, I get rid of one item I already own. This keeps my space clean and helps me avoid buying things I don't really need. 2. The can I borrow it test. Before I buy something, I ask, can I borrow this from a friend or rent it? Most of the time, the answer is yes. These tiny habits work great with the $0 rule because they slow you down and make you think. Together, they help me build smarter spending habits without needing a strict budget. You don't need to follow all of them. Even one or two can make a big difference. Saving $50,000 wasn't just about stacking cash. I had a plan for every dollar. First, I built an emergency fund, about $15,000. That gave me peace of mind. If I lost my job or had a surprise expense, I'd be okay. Next, I invested $20,000 into index funds through my Roth IRA and a regular brokerage account. I didn't try to time the market. I just invested a little every month in low-cost funds and let it grow. I also set aside $10,000 for future home down payment. I don't own yet, but I want to be ready when the time is right. The last $5,000? I used it for travel, not fancy trips, but meaningful ones. Visiting family, hiking trips, and even a quiet solo retreat. It felt good to spend without guilt. The money gave me options. And in the end, options are what freedom looks like. The new spending mindset. The $0 rule didn't just help me save, it changed how I spend. Now, I don't feel guilty when I buy something. I just ask one question first. Is the $0 version enough? If the answer is yes, I skip the purchase. If not, I buy it, but I feel good about it. This shift made spending more meaningful. I enjoy things more because I know I truly want them, not just because I was bored, tired, or influenced by an ad. I also stopped chasing more. I realized I already have a lot. That mindset helped me stay focused on what matters: health, freedom, time, and peace. I'm not cheap. I just spend with purpose now. And that makes all the difference. The $0 rule didn't limit my life. It made it better. Less stress, more clarity, and finally, a feeling of control over my money. One day, I shared the $0 rule in a short post on Reddit. I didn't think much of it. I just explained how it helped me stop spending without feeling miserable. By the next morning, the post had over 60,000 upvotes. People from all over the world started commenting. Some said it made them think differently about money. Others shared how they were already trying it, without even knowing it had a name. A teacher in Canada said she used the $0 rule to save for grad school. A single mom in the US cut her grocery bill by $200 a month by starting with $0 meals, using food she already had. A digital nomad in Thailand used the rule to keep travel costs low while still enjoying life. The best part? People were excited, not ashamed. They felt empowered. It wasn't just about saving money. It was about taking back control. It reminded me that simple ideas, when shared, can create real change. Starting the $0 rule is easy, and you don't need any apps or special tools. Just try it for 7 days. Before spending, ask yourself, what's the $0 version of this? Try that option first. If it works, great. If not, it's okay to spend. The goal is to pause and choose, not punish yourself. Write down what you did, how much you saved, and how you felt. Small wins add up. By the end of the week, you might be surprised how often $0 is just enough. The $0 rule didn't just help me save $50,000, it changed how I live. I no longer feel stressed every time I open my bank app. I enjoy what I spend on, and I feel proud of what I've saved. The real gift wasn't the money. It was the feeling of freedom and control over my choices. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to pause. Ask yourself, what's the $0 version of this? That one small question could lead you to something bigger than saving. It could lead you to peace. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel to see more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.